welcome to this new set of videos. We are starting class 11 chemistry. We will be doing the first chapter, basic concepts of chemistry. We will approach this chapter through important questions which are solved. I will be discussing the various topics through certain questions and their answers. This will help you understand the topics and also answer the questions based on those topics. Please watch the video completely, and if you think the video is useful, like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, please leave your comments in the comment box below. Do not forget to press the bell button so that you get intimated as soon as videos are posted. Thank you. Let us take up the first question. Calculate the molecular mass of sodium sulfate. It is a very simple problem. Since this is the first question that we are doing in the first chapter for 11th chemistry, we will start with a very simple question. Molecular mass of any substance is the total mass of all the atoms present in it. From the formula, we can understand what are the atoms present. Atoms present: sodium, number of sodium atoms is 2, mass of one sodium atom is 23, so 23 into 2 gives the total mass of sodium, that is equal to 46U. It contains sulfur, only one atom, atomic mass is 32 into 1 equal to 32. Oxygen, number of atoms present 4, atomic mass of oxygen is 16, so 16 into 4, that gives 64. Now total 142. So the molecular mass of sodium sulfate is 142. So that is the answer. I hope it is clear. Now let us do the second problem. Calculate the mass percentage of the different elements present in sodium sulfate. What is the meaning of mass percentage? The amount of the various elements present in 100 grams of this substance, that is sodium sulfate. How much of sodium is present in 100 grams of sodium sulfate? How much sulfur is present in 100 grams of sodium sulfate? How much oxygen is present in 100 grams of sodium sulfate? How do we approach this problem? We will first calculate the molecular mass of sodium sulfate. You already know the technique to calculate molecular mass of any substance. We have done the same thing in the first question, so we will just carry it over here. Molecular mass of sodium sulfate is equal to 142. That means if we take 142 grams of sodium sulfate, the amount of sodium present in it will be 46. That of sulfur is 32 and that of oxygen is 64. The total came to 142. So 142 grams of sodium sulfate contains 46 grams of sodium, 32 grams of sulfur and 64 grams of oxygen. Now we want to find out how much of these elements will be present in 100 grams of sodium sulfate. How do we do that? Mass percentage of sodium is equal to 46 upon 142 into 100. That will be equal to 32.39. Mass percentage of sulfur will be 32 upon 142 into 100. That will be equal to 22.54. That of oxygen will be 64 upon 142 to 100. That will be equal to 45.07. So that means 100 grams of sodium sulfate will contain 32.39 grams of sodium, 22.54 grams of sulfur and 45.07 grams of oxygen. We can cross check this. If you add up all this, it will come to 100. So this is how we calculate mass percentage. I hope it is clear. So all this should be percentage. Let us try to do this problem. This is the third problem. A compound contains 32.65% of sulfur, 2.04% of hydrogen, 65.3% of oxygen. Find its empirical formula, and if the molecular mass is 98, find the molecular formula of the compound. Before we proceed with the problem, let us understand this term empirical formula. You are already familiar with molecular formula. Say for example, when we write C6H12O6, you are already familiar with this molecule. It is glucose. One molecule of glucose contains 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen and 6 atoms of oxygen. Molecular formula for any compound. Say for example H2SO4. This is sulfuric acid. One molecule of sulfuric acid contains 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of oxygen. This is the meaning. By looking at the molecular formula, we can identify the compound. But what is empirical formula? Empirical formula by definition gives us not the actual number of atoms of the different elements. It is the least whole number ratio of the atoms of different elements in the molecule of the compound. This is empirical formula. Let us take one or two examples here. CH2O. This is the molecular formula of an organic compound. Organic compounds are best understood using their structural formula. So we will write the structural formula HCHO. Now you identify the compound, which is the formaldehyde. That is a common name. Or methanol. Al stands for aldehyde. Methanol. Meth means one carbon atom. C6H12O6 is glucose. The molecular formula of methanol cannot be further simplified. So, for methanol, the empirical formula and molecular formula are same. So, some compounds have same molecular and empirical formula. Now, let us again take up the case of glucose. The molecular formula of glucose can be further simplified into CH2O. The smallest number in this is 6. This formula is the empirical formula for glucose. This is the molecular formula and this is the empirical formula. The same compound has different molecular formula and empirical formula. What is the next case? Methanol and glucose are two different compounds, but they have the same empirical formula. Different compounds have same empirical formula. So let us sum up it again. Some compounds may have the same molecular formula and empirical formula. Some compounds have different molecular formula and empirical formula. Their molecular formula and empirical formula are different. Different compounds may have the same empirical formula. So these 3 points we have discussed using just 2 examples. There are ever so many examples for these 3 cases. If different compounds have the same empirical formula, their molecular mass will be different. What did I say? 2 different compounds have the same empirical formula. Take the same example, methanol and glucose. The molecular formula of methanol is CH2O. We can get the molecular mass of methanol from this formula CH2O. Molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. We always calculate molecular mass from molecular formula and not from empirical formula. The molecular formula of the 2 compounds is different. Therefore, their molecular mass also will be different. The molecular mass of the different compounds having the same empirical formula will be different. That is another point to be noted. Now that you have understood what is empirical formula, we will proceed to do the problem. What are the details that are given? First step is converting this into grams. So we will simply write this in grams. Sulfur 32.65 gram, hydrogen 2.04 gram, oxygen 65.3 gram. Divide this by their respective atomic mass. So for sulfur, this divided by 32. For hydrogen, divided by 1.02. For oxygen, divided by 16. That will give 1.02 2.02, 4.08. Divide all the three by the least value. The least value is 1.02. So again divide this by 1.02. This will be 1, this will be equal to 2, and this will be approximately equal to 4. We can arrange this on the basis of their electronegativity. So hydrogen comes first, then sulfur, and then oxygen. You can guess this from their position in the periodic table. So for hydrogen it is 2, for sulfur it is 1, and for oxygen it is 4. So you get the empirical formula as H2SO4. We have found out the empirical formula H2SO4. We have to now find out the molecular formula from empirical formula. So for that we will find out empirical formula mass. You have already the atomic masses of different substances here. So from that you can calculate the empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass is 98. You already know how to calculate this. Molecular mass is given in the problem. It is equal to 98. Molecular mass and empirical formula mass are the same. In order to find out the molecular formula from empirical formula, what we do is we have to divide the molecular mass by empirical formula. So here in this case it becomes 98 by 98, and that is equal to 1. The next step is we have to multiply the number of atoms shown in the empirical formula with this number, and this number is always represented as N. N is the ratio of the molecular mass to empirical formula mass. So H2SO4, H2 into 1, S into 1, O4, 4 into 1. The value will be the same. So for this compound, empirical formula and molecular formula are the same. We have already said that for some compounds the empirical formula and molecular formula will be the same. For some, empirical formula and molecular formula may be different. You can identify this compound. Since this is the molecular formula also, this is sulfuric acid. I hope it is clear. We will meet in the next video with another set of questions. Thank you.